America's success story began with a bold dream long before the country became a global power. In the late 1700s, the colonies were filled with ordinary people who wanted a life free from kings, rigid classes, and unfair rules. These people believed that a nation could be built not on royal families, but on ideas that gave every human the right to dream, grow, and live freely. When they declared independence from the British Empire, they weren't just fighting a political battle, they were creating a new identity for humanity. Their belief in freedom, equality, and opportunity attracted people from around the world. Immigrants, families, workers, and thinkers came with the hope of building a better life. Through harsh winters, poverty, sacrifice, and war, they stayed united. What made America unique was that its foundation was not land or wealth, but hope, ambition, and the courage to break old chains. This mindset became the seed of America's future greatness. The promise that anyone, regardless of background, could rise and shape their own destiny. By the early 1800s, America entered a period that changed its destiny forever, the Industrial Revolution. While other countries still relied on traditional methods, America embraced machines, factories, railroads, and new engineering systems at a breathtaking speed. Natural resources, wide land, and open markets allowed growth to explode. Entrepreneurs like Andrew Carnegie in steel, John D. Rockefeller in oil, and Henry Ford in automobiles became symbols of a new era. They created millions of jobs, introduced new technologies, and transformed America into a land of innovation. People who once lived in small farming towns moved to big cities, searching for better lives. The idea was strong and simple. Work hard, think differently, take risks, and you will rise. This belief created a cycle where success pushed more success. Immigrants arrived from Europe and Asia, adding skills, labor, culture, and diversity. Cities grew, transportation expanded, and production increased faster than ever in history. America was no longer just a young nation. It was becoming an economic giant where ambition and opportunity walked hand in hand. In the 20th century, America became a symbol of global leadership, driven by science, technology, and bold imagination. The nation invested heavily in education and research, building world-class institutions like Harvard, MIT, and Stanford. Scientists and engineers developed inventions that redefined modern life: airplanes, satellites, computers, the internet, and advanced medicine. America put the first humans on the moon, proving that with determination, no dream was too big. Silicon Valley became the birthplace of future technology. Microchips, operating systems, smartphones, artificial intelligence, social media, and e-commerce. Companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, and Amazon weren't just businesses. They were engines of innovation that shaped the entire world. This rapid progress strengthened America's influence in economics, defense, global politics, entertainment, and culture. From Hollywood movies to hip-hop music, from NASA missions to digital technology, the American lifestyle became a global trend. The nation's commitment to creativity, freedom of thought, and competition turned it into a powerhouse where new ideas could change the world overnight. Today, America's greatest success is not just its wealth, technology, or powerful military. It is the American dream itself. This dream says that no matter where you come from, you can build the future you want through hard work and determination. Millions of immigrants arrived with empty pockets but full hearts, starting with small jobs and slowly climbing toward success. Many built businesses, bought homes, supported families, and achieved a lifestyle they once thought impossible. In America, taxi drivers became entrepreneurs, students became innovators, and workers built legacies for the next generation. The system rewards talent, creativity, and effort. Modern America stands as the world's largest economy and a leader in science, entertainment, sports, finance, and global culture. People everywhere admire its spirit, the belief that dreams are not just dreams, but real possibilities. Despite challenges, the nation continues to grow because of its diverse people and open opportunities. America remains a symbol of hope, progress, and the unlimited potential of human ambition. As America continued to grow, something remarkable began to happen. The culture of the nation started spreading across the world like wildfire. From music to movies, fashion to food, entertainment to lifestyle, American culture became a global phenomenon. Hollywood emerged as the dream factory, producing stories that inspired billions of people across different languages and continents. Jazz, rock, pop, hip-hop, all born in America, became universal languages of expression. American fashion brands and designers reshaped global trends, while fast food chains, sports leagues, and television shows became symbols of modern lifestyle. But this cultural rise wasn't accidental. It was a product of freedom and creativity. In America, artists could experiment, creators could challenge norms, and thinkers could explore new ideas without fear. This openness allowed culture to flow from every corner of society. African American music, Latino art, Asian influences, European styles, blending into a vibrant identity. The world listened, watched, copied, and admired. America's soft power became just as strong as its military or economy, proving that influence isn't just about strength, it's also about inspiration. One of America's greatest strengths has always been its diversity. Unlike countries built on one ethnicity or one language, America flourished because it welcomed people from all backgrounds. Millions of immigrants arrived from Europe, Africa, Asia, and South America, bringing with them new skills, traditions, cuisines, knowledge, and creativity. Some came seeking safety, some for opportunity, and some simply for hope. But all of them added to the nation's identity. This diversity created a melting pot of cultures where ideas, values, and talents mixed to produce innovation. Immigrants built railroads, worked in factories, opened businesses, started tech companies, wrote books, won Nobel Prizes, and contributed to the nation's growth in ways that shaped modern America. Even today, immigrants run a significant percentage of small businesses, tech startups, and major companies. The American dream became global because the nation proved that success does not require perfect English, wealthy backgrounds, or powerful connections, only courage, effort, and belief. This multicultural environment made America stronger, more creative, and more adaptable than nations with rigid structures. Diversity didn't divide America, it powered its rise. Education became one of America's greatest weapons of success. The nation invested heavily in schools, colleges, and research institutions that would push human knowledge forward. Universities like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, MIT, Princeton, and hundreds more became global centers of innovation. Students from all over the world came to America to study science, medicine, engineering, business, and technology. These institutions encouraged curiosity, debate, and discovery, allowing young minds to experiment without limits. This environment produced groundbreaking inventions: modern medicine, vaccines, space exploration, nuclear energy, robotics, software engineering, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. America became the birthplace of innovators who weren't scared to fail. This mindset, where failure is seen as a step toward success, created a culture of entrepreneurship. Silicon Valley was built on college dropouts and risk-takers who believed ideas mattered more than degrees. This spirit turned America into a global idea machine, a place where the future is constantly being invented. America's economic strength didn't emerge from luck. It came from a powerful financial system designed to support growth. Wall Street became the world's financial capital, where companies raised billions to build factories, develop technology, and hire workers. Banks, investors, and entrepreneurs worked together to fuel new industries. The American dollar became the most trusted currency in the world because the nation's economy was strong, stable, and innovative. From small businesses to billion-dollar corporations, the system allowed everyone to dream big. Venture capital firms invested in young founders with new ideas, creating companies like Uber, Airbnb, Netflix, and Tesla. America's stock market allowed people from ordinary households to invest, save, and grow their wealth. This financial ecosystem, open, fast, and competitive, helped America lead the global economy for over a century. The nation's wealth wasn't built overnight. It came from generations of people who believed in opportunity and took bold steps to turn visions into reality. Today, America continues to evolve, facing challenges but always pushing forward with resilience. New technologies like artificial intelligence, space exploration, renewable energy, biotechnology, and robotics are shaping the next chapter of the nation's story.
Education became one of America's greatest weapons of success. The nation invested heavily in schools, colleges, and research institutions that would push human knowledge forward. Universities like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, MIT, Princeton, and hundreds more became global centers of innovation. Students from all over the world came to America to study science, medicine, engineering, business, and technology. These institutions encouraged curiosity, debate, and discovery, allowing young minds to experiment without limits. This environment produced groundbreaking inventions, modern medicine, vaccines, space exploration,